Hi everybody, it's me Sissy, and today I have a Dollar Tree DIY for you. Everything we're using is going to be coming from the Dollar Tree, and it's going to be some decor for my kitchen. So stay tuned and see what we make. For this DIY, we're going to use one of these spiral notebooks that says "Home is where the heart is." Two of the black 5x7 frames, an 11x14 frame, a silver gift bag, one of the chain plant hangers, one of the waste baskets. This is one of the taller ones, and some red gingham ribbon, which you can use any color ribbon that will match your decor. But and I did not get this ribbon from Dollar Tree, but they do have some. They just didn't have any red gingham, so I did pick this up at Walmart. I think it was $1.99. But that's what we're going to use. And the tools we're going to use, we are going to use a drill. But you don't necessarily have to use a drill. You can make the holes maybe with a small nail. Start it with the nail and then screw a screw in it to get the hole. Because I know some people don't have power tools, but you can put a little tiny drill bit in an electric screwdriver and that would work too. I'm going to use my tin snips or wire cutters. These are really good. I got these at Lowe's. They're Craftsman. I use them to cut floral stems, wire, anything like that. Scissors. And I have this little contraption that I got a long time ago. It's just an embosser. It's going to emboss onto that silver gift bag we just showed. You don't have to use this. If you have it, it does look kind of cool. Or you can use a Cuttlebug if you're into the Cricut and card making and stuff, and you have the impression plates from Cuttlebug or any of that stuff. But you don't really have to use that. But that's what I'm going to use. So anyway, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little notebook, and I'm just going to very carefully trim around, leaving the black edge around this "Home is where the heart is." Now, any of the little books that at the Dollar Tree that have the sayings on them, you could use those. You could print something out on your computer, on cardstock, a sticker, anything. But I just thought this was cute. And it kind of fit what I was doing. So all I'm doing is taking my scissors and I'm just cutting around the edge. So I probably should have my glasses on for this. And if you cut a little too much of it, you could always go back with some black paint and just put an edging on it or a Sharpie. But I think I'm doing good enough here. Our little medallion cut out, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our gift bag, and I just bought the biggest bag they had. You could use a smaller bag. It doesn't have to be silver, but what I had initially intended to use was the little corrugated metal heart that was on all the Valentine's Day signs, and I saved it, but I don't know where I saved it. So I was racking my brain thinking, how am I going to find another metal heart? Well, I couldn't find one, and all the other things that I could find didn't fit, so I knew I wanted a heart. So I took this gift bag and I cut a square out of it. And if you don't have a Cricut, which I love to use my Cricut, but if you don't have one, all you have to do is print out a heart shape, put it on the bag, trace it out, and get your heart. But what I did with mine is I just put the bag on the mat and ran it through my Cricut, and it cut out a perfect heart shape. And I made this 3 inches, so it's the same size as this. Now, this step is optional. If you don't have one of these little impression things, if you don't have a Cuttlebug with the embossing plates and stuff, don't worry about it. You don't have to use it. But what this is going to do, you can buy different ones. I think I got this on clearance at Walmart a long time ago, but this has little heart shapes on it. And they had different ones. They had lines that can make it corrugated or different things. But I thought this heart would look cute with more hearts on it. So I'm going to roll it through here. But first thing I'm going to do is cut a little piece and test it so I know which way to put it in. Because I want the hearts to be puffed out. And you'll see what I mean. Okay, if I put it in from this side, I put the shiny side up. That's okay. I need to put the shiny side down. Do this with one hand, put my paper in, and then you just twist, and when the paper comes out on the other side, it is embossed with all these little hearts. It makes it look corrugated, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put it in this way, just like that. Okay, so then it comes out and it's got the little indentation, so it makes it look more like metal. And if you don't have one, you don't worry about it. I mean, it will look good just plain, or if you have the corrugated heart one from Valentine's Day, use that one. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the glass and the backing off our picture frames. Okay, on our larger frame, when we take the glass and the backing out, we're going to go ahead and take our pliers and we're going to pull those tabs out. So then we just have our picture frame, the large picture frame. This is 11 by 13. Let's see. Yeah, just have all the tabs taken out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to my smaller ones. Okay, so we've got all our tabs out and all our picture frames. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our smaller picture frames we have right here, and we're going to take one of the paper inserts. We're just going to fold it in half. Just like that. And then we're going to just on the outside edge, the two edges, we're just going to fold it in maybe a quarter of an inch. And it don't have to be exact. This is where we're going to put our marks on our frame for where we're going to screw our hole. So then we're just going to take our paper and put it back in our frame. I'm going to adjust the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I folded my paper, you saw it, and I've got these two edges, two little pieces right there. So I can see how far from the edge I want to put my tool holes. And you just want to make a mark in the center. So I want to put one right there. Okay, and you can almost go through this wood without a drill. I mean, well, some plastic, but yeah, so I'm just going to make two little holes, and you can see, and then I'm going to take my drill and very gently and very slowly, I'm going to get something to prop this up first so I don't drill into my counter. This is just my little Dollar Tree toolbox. So I'm just going to put it up here. I can see my hole, and I have the smallest drill bit that I could find, and I'm just going to drill a hole. Y'all to be able to see it, but I've got to be able to. Okay, so I'm going to go really slow because I don't want to crack my frame. And I mean, I don't care if I go down into my toolbox, but see, I'm not doing it full speed. Okay, that's through, so I'm just going to put it on reverse and take it back out. So, see how easy that was? It went right through, and if you have little burrs on the front, you can just take a nail file or anything, and then I'm just going to, but what I'm going to do is just put it back through the front just to clear the little burrs off. So, there we go. We got a hole in it. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to go ahead and do that to my other frame, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to line it up to do on our bigger frame. Okay, and after you drill your holes, if you want to, you can go back and give these a coat of black paint. But I think this is dark enough. I don't want it to be, you know, stark black. So that's what I'm going to use in mine. So then we're going to take our bigger frame. We're going to put it down. We'll take our two smaller frames. And we're going to try to kind of even those up. Oh wait, it's easier to do it if you turn it over to the back so you have a flatter surface to work with. So I flipped it over. I'm going to flip these over. And you want to leave a little space in between them. So let's see. That would be all the way in the corner, so I want to move them over just a little bit. And you could get the ruler out and measure all this, but I'm not doing all that. Anyway, so then we want to line up our holes and make a mark. Do the same on both sides. And see, I cracked this one when I took the glass out of it, but it's okay. It'll still go right through it right there. Okay, so I've got my holes. And now, let's see, I'm going to just prop it up on my little notepad here and drill these holes. We're going to take our basket and we're going to take our wire cutters, and you can do this with scissors too because this is not very thick, but I'm going to cut the top and the bottom off. Okay, then if you look on your basket, you can see where the where it's joined, because it'll be a little bit thicker, and then you can cut right through there. Okay, open it up. And if you, oh, I'm just gonna caught my shirt. Kind of pull on it a little bit, you can straighten it out. So then we're going to take one of our backs off our picture frame. And a piece of chalk, and we're going to mark where we need to cut. So I'm just sliding mine down to one edge, then I'm going to take my piece of chalk, just kind of mark on my wire where I need to cut on the three sides. Okay, so when you get it cut, put in there, and then we're just going to put some hot glue on the back to kind of hold it in there. So just do that on one of them. I'll show you what we're going to do on the other one. First one, we're going to make sure that our wire fits in. And now before we glue it in, we're going to take our gingham ribbon, or whatever ribbon you like, a piece of burlap, you know, whatever kind of goes with your decor. Okay, and we are going to measure the length and the width. Okay, and you want to take this, and we're going to take it and put it in the center of the wire, and you can just put just a little. Find something to prop it up on. I'm going to put it on here, and we're going to put one little dot of hot glue. We just want to hold it steady while we get it in the frame. Okay, and then we want to do the same thing for the piece we're going to do on the side. And just to make sure I've got it in the center, I'm going to take my piece of paper and measure it, and I do have it in the center. So. We don't want to use a whole lot of glue because we don't want it to show through on the other side. Okay, so got that on there. Then we're going to take this, pop it in our frame. Okay. Then I'm going to put my pliers in here to hold it down while I glue around it. And you can just trim off that ribbon if you've got a lot overhanging. Okay, so we're going to take our frame without the ribbon on it, and we're going to take our little faux metallic heart, and we're going to put it right in the center. Now you can put the ribbon on this one if you wanted to, but I thought it was just nice on the other piece. So, and just put a little bit of hot glue on the back. You don't need a lot. And then we're just going to center that. Give it a little press. Don't press too hard. And there's our heart. So now we're going to do our other one. Okay, make sure that you have your holes you drilled are at the top. And I've got chalk on the table, so I'm going to have to go back and wipe the chalk off of these. Then we're going to take our home is where the heart is little saying, and we're going to glue it to the one in the center where the ribbon is. And I'm going to glue it to the ribbon and to the chicken wire. Now we're going to get our chain. This chain is really soft, so it's easy to use. And got 3 strands on there, and all we're going to do is we're going to open the hook at the top. You see the hook, and just take your pliers. There, you can get your chains off. We've got our link, and we're going to take it and we're going to straighten it till it is perpendicular. I like that word. Okay, because there's already a bend right here, so you want this piece to be straight. See, like that. Can you see? Go ahead and clip some of that off before we even put it in there. Okay, so I've cut that off. Now we're going to bend it. Take our wire, put a drop of hot glue or a drop of E6000, and we're just going to push it right in that hole and let that dry. And then we're going to do that to all the holes that we have on all our frames. Now to attach our picture frames, our little frames, to our big frames, we're going to take one of the hooks like this, and then we're going to take it on our picture frames, and we're going to, if you can see it's got the split in the middle there. We're just going to slide it on like that, and then we'll just hook it through here like that, and there you go. So now I'm going to do the rest of them. So we've got them on there, so now we're going to make our hanger. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I want to hang this. My first idea was to hook the chain on it, but then it won't stay flat. And I don't want to drill any more holes through it, and then the hooks that I were going to use are not quite, that came on the plant thing, are not quite big enough. So I've decided that I'm going to use my ribbon, and then I was going to glue it to it, but I'm scared it wouldn't be strong enough. So this is what I've come up with. If y'all can think of something better, or you know, just let me know what you would have done. But anyway, and this will add a little accent color to it. But I'm just going to take my ribbon, and I've like folded it in half, put the center in the middle. Then I'm going to take the ribbon and pull it up through this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. On the sides opposite of where the chains are. And I'm just going to leave a loop. I don't want it to be very long, but so I want to leave about that much to hang. I'm going to tie a knot on this side. And then I'm going to tie a knot on this side. And I'm going to flip it over and kind of measure how high, yeah, that's about how high I want it to hang. So then I'm going to take my tails back up to the center where I want my, just hang it from, and then I'm just going to tie a bow right here. loop this through. Oh, I can't do it upside down, y'all, so I gotta turn around. Okay, y'all, that's it. I think it turned out pretty good. It's really cute. I'm gonna work on the hanger thing. I kind of like it, but I might hang it up in my kitchen and see how I like it and see what I want to change. I might want to add some burlap to it. You could also, you could use a chain to hang it. You could use burlap twine and put some burlap flowers on it. I mean, there's any number of ways you can embellish it, but I think it's really cute. So y'all get out there and make something. Remember, if Sissy can do it, you can do it too. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.